second graders, it's Mrs. Compton, and today we are starting off with talking about money. What do you know about money? So I want everyone to hit pause, and I want you to either make a list on your whiteboard or a mental list of what you know about money. All right, hit pause. We'll be right back in just a second. Okay, did you make your list? I'm ready to take some guesses. I'm going to guess that you probably know this is a $1 bill in the US, right? This is a $1 bill. Okay, so a $1 bill could be written out like this. The dollar sign, a 1. We call this a decimal, not a period. Like we use periods when we're writing. This is called a decimal in math, and then 2 zeros. So this means a whole dollar. And this means there's no cents, right? Cents are less than $1, so we put it after the decimal. It's just part of dollar. Okay, I'm going to guess you know more about money than just dollars, though. I'm going to guess you probably know about, cents, too. What coin is this? This is let me show you the back. It is a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. So I'm going to draw a quarter like this, and I'm going to put 25 cents. Now, if I wanted to show it all fancy pants, like I did here with my dollars sign, I could say, well, it's worth no dollars. No dollars. And it's just worth some cents. So I'm going to put 25 cents right there. That's all it's worth. Okay. I'm going to guess you probably know what the next coin is that I'm going to hold up. What is this? It's a small coin. How much is this coin worth? It's worth 10 cents, and it's called a dime, right? So this dime is worth 10 cents. And it's super tiny, so I'm going to draw it tinier. 10 cents. Now, how would you write 10 cents using the fancy pants way with the dollar sign and the decimal? What would that look like? Is it worth more than $1 or less than $1? It's worth less than $1, right? So we put our dollar sign, no dollars, decimal, and it's worth 10 cents. Okay, let's see. What is coming next? Do you know? I'm going to show you this one. It's kind of strange because this one's actually bigger than the dime, but it's worth less. It's not a quarter. It's not a dime. It's a nickel. And you probably know a nickel is worth 5 cents. So a nickel is bigger than the dime. It's worth 5 cents. And if we were to write the nickel in a fancy pants style with the dollar sign and the decimal, we'd really have to think about it. So it's worth no dollars, but it's only worth 5 cents. So we can't do this because this is actually where the dime column is. See, we have 5 cents. We have to make sure we have 2 digits behind the decimal. So I have to write it like that. It's worth just 5 of these guys. What's this? It's a penny. And a penny is worth what? 1 cent? 1 cent. Okay, so the penny is worth the least of all. It can buy you practically nothing all on its own. So let's write the penny with the fancy pants style. Now, I can't put the 1 right there because that would be worth 1 dime. I have to put a 0 and a 1. That's like 1 cent. So we've got $1. Actually, I think I want to move my dollar down. I want to have all my fancy pants in one row. So here's my dollar bill. And then I'll put $1. There we go. So we've got $1. We have 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, and a penny. This is a dollar bill. See the name of this? Quarter. This one's a dime. This one's a nickel. And last one is a penny. Okay, I always forget. Is it EY or Y? Help me. Ah! Okay, so I'm going to guess you probably know even more about this. You probably know how many quarters make a dollar. Show me on your fingers. Boom, 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 boom. 4 quarters make a dollar because we can count by 25s. Count them with me. You probably don't know how to count by 25s yet, but we can learn. 25 cents. 2 quarters would make 50 cents. 3 quarters would make 75 cents. 4 quarters would make 100 cents, otherwise known as a dollar. How many dimes would it take to make a dollar? We have to get to 100 cents to make a dollar. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 cents. Those are like 10 dimes because each dime is worth 10 cents. Okay, so 10 dimes would make a dollar. How many nickels would make a dollar? I'm going to let you figure that one out. And last one up, how many pennies do you need to make a dollar? Otherwise known as a cent. Cent always means 100. So just like a century has 100 years, a centipede looks like it has 100 legs. Cent means you need 100 of them to make a dollar. All right, kids, you already know a lot about money, so I'm ready to show you our story, which is about allowance. You guys, I hope during quarantine you have been doing extra chores around the house and making a few extra bucks. Always a good thing to save up some money, right? Okay, so here's our story. I don't have a set of numbers choices for you today. Everyone's going to try out the same one. All right, so allowance. Mandy earned $5 for her allowance. Okay, so she has 5 of these. She bought an ice cream cone for $1.25 and a pack of stickers for 50 cents. How much money does Mandy have left? Okay, so let's think about this. She starts off with $5. Then she buys something that costs $1.25. So $1.25 is spent. But then she buys something else that costs 50 cents. What do you know about 50 cents? What do you know about 50 cents? This is 25 cents. This is 10 cents. So knowing about 50 cents might help you with this one. All right, kids, I'll be curious to see if you know how to spend that money wisely, because if you don't, you might end up spending too much. All right, kids, so grab your money. Maybe this is a good time to ask your parents for some coins and dollar bills to practice with, and I'll see you next time. Bye, kids.